Howdy, gamers, and welcome to Checkpoint Reached, a weekly show where we discuss a topic in gaming, occasional news stories, movie and TV quotes, and random life rants. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, Lex, along with my co host, Ernie.
Hello, hello. How are you, my friend?
Dude, I am doing good, Ernie. Thank you so much. I am ready to go on my vacation. I'm leaving to Europe in for 2 weeks, so we'll be gone. We have an episode saved for you guys, so don't worry, you won't be without content. But dude, I'm very excited. I'm gonna be sad, dude. I'm not gonna be have my little weekly chats with you. I'll be texting you, dude. Don't worry. I already said I'm gonna put on our card just so I can text you and just charge it. You know what I mean? Just to send you a little
Just
text,
charge the card.
little
He,
update.
from what I've gathered here, what you've told me before, you said if you're allowed time, he might record an episode over there in the European countries. While backpacking, he might record. Who knows?
Yeah, that's so. No, never mind. I was gonna say something not great. So I'll hold on to that.
Okay.
Uh, no. Oh, actually, no. I was gonna say this anyway. I was gonna record on the where Call of Duty was filmed in Amsterdam for that level, and
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna do a Call of Duty
terrible.
episode. No, I'm kidding. Uh,
Yeah, that'd be wild. I'm excited for you. That's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, but I think the one thing that maybe not just me, but I think friends of the channel here, when you do go to Europe, dude, obviously we're gamers here, and we're a gaming channel, and that's what we love to talk about. When you're out there, look at the gaming scene out there. Let us know. Let the people when you come back kind of gather a little information for us. What's
yeah,
the gaming community like over there?
yeah. If time
Yeah, you know what I mean.
permits, definitely I wanna look for some stuff, but I will get back to you on that, my friend. But how are you, man? How is everything?
I'm doing great. I'm doing well myself, personal, health wise and everything. I've been doing great. Car wise, bad, dude. My car is not turning on, which is ass.
Hmm.
2003 Toyota Corolla, dude, and it's like one of those things where you just try to turn it on, and nothing is going on, and I'm like, gosh darn it. So I've had that problem since, well, as a record, maybe a few days now, but I'm sending it in tomorrow to the mechanic, and it's like it's not a big deal. Like, you just take it in, it'll get fixed, and we'll be fine. I don't like the feeling of having to go through that process
I
because, like, I
mean,
don't know what it'll entail, right? And I think, like, it's like, we'll be fine, but it's like it could be like $1,000, something
yeah,
really
it's always
ridiculous, right?
the estimates right there. Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, we found this in here, dude. Honestly, dude, take it to the paint spray.
Dude, I
Just
know.
get
Dude,
it that way.
if only, man, if only
Well,
we
that
had a
does
paint and
exist
spray
now.
freaking Grand Theft Auto, bro. Just walk in. If my car would be nice every day, dude, I would not. I would pay that, dude. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's all right. Yeah, it sucks, man. It's car troubles are never fun, but Toyotas, they're good little cars. They'll last you. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
hopefully everything's good, my friend. God
What
bless,
about
dude. I mean,
what about
no.
yourself, my
I
friend?
better not see you, out, dude, out of the town,
I know.
flashing your card. A round of drinks for everyone.
But do you remember? I don't know if you recall this, but do you remember the Honda Accord I used to have? That when I would turn it off, it would still the
Brr.
fan, it would still like go.
And I'd be like, you'd be like, down, girl.
I don't know what that was. I don't know why it kept like it wasn't on. It was just cooling down somehow. But the van, it was such a funny thing, dude.
I mean, yeah, cars are funny. I mean, I used to have one where the brakes were so messed up. They were like, they would like screech when you just freaking were driving, dude. It was pretty bad. But we're not talking cars, dude. We're gamers, right? We don't
Are
talk.
we?
We're not Gran Turismo. We could if we wanted to, but we're not speaking of driving. Why don't we speak of what are we playing,
Mm.
my friend Ernie? What are you playing these days?
So I've been playing Neo or Neo. I don't know if that's how people say it.
Hmm.
I was corrected the other day by a friend of the cast, Kyle Golden Doodle, and he just looked at me with a straight face of disgust as I said Neo to him. And not just joking. He just gave me a face, and I was like, I don't even know. I've never heard anyone else say it other than Neo the way I say it.
Hmm.
Um, but the game is awesome. I think I might have been talking about it to you a while ago, but I've been playing it. I just finished this particular boss that I was telling you in an audio that we have that I needed to finish, and it was pretty tough. But I finished that, and I'm like, I don't even know how far. I have to look into it because the way that those chapters sort of work, there's like main missions and then there's like sub missions. So I've done quite a bit of both, and I got to figure out where I am. But it's a very interesting game. Um, I'm enjoying it. It's not a Souls like.
Mm.
It's more of a like whatever Black Myth Wukong was, which is like sort of action adventure hack and slash, like kind of that like that sort of sort of gameplay. But it's a lot of fun. I'm having a great time. I like the character. I like the way
When he was a
everything's kind of
character.
working around when he was a character. But
Mm.
I think it creeps me out, but not as much as Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls has a really great medieval sort of tone to a lot of the world around it, and I think that's awesome. This one is more obviously like very rural Japan, I want to say, if I'm not
Interesting.
mistaken. But it's a cool game. I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to beat it because I really want to get into Death Stranding too. I want to go back. I
Mhm.
want to back into that. But it's just like with the Steam sale, I bought it and I'm like, man, I have it. I want to try it out, and then I just couldn't put it down. You know when that happens, it's like you move on, and I'm like, man, I really got to get back to DS2.
Yeah,
But what
I
about
get
you?
you, man. It's yeah, but continue. Sorry,
No, I
I
was
was
gonna
letting
say,
you
but what about you, man? What have you been
I was
playing?
gonna get into my little thoughts, but yeah, dude. I mean, DS2. I've been playing. I put a little bit more today. I'm enjoying it. I'm going really slow. I mean, I'm finding myself. It's not really necessarily like big side stuff, but I'm like kind of doing a little bit more. I mean, it's still early in the game, so I'm not like it's not like I'm super far anyway. And I'm not like tired. I'm just like I'm just enjoying it and just having a great time, just navigating and learning it. Um, it's great. But the two games I wanted to mention, I've been a dino mood, dude, a dinosaur mood. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. The Jurassic World movie came out, but I was and like when it came out, I started thinking, I'm like, we haven't had a great dinosaur game, at least to me. And I know I've heard of two. So one I saw online, it was a demo for a game called Ferocious. It's a survival first person shooter. I played a demo a little bit. You play this character, I forget his name, but he's just stuck on this island. It's kind of eerie. You're kind of getting the idea that he traveled there somehow, like this era. Um, the game, still needs a lot of tweaks. I mean, I know it's still in early beta mode or process mode. I don't know how much more when it actually releases, but I was playing it and I was little disappointed that I didn't run into a dinosaur. Like I wish it started right away where I ran into one. But it looks nice. The graphics look pretty cool. Obviously, they need some tuning up. I ran into like a big crab and some people. That's all I have so far. But I'm like, I want to fight a dino, dude. I want to try the D Rex, dude. You know what I mean? From Jurassic World Rebirth, the Scarlett Johansson transformed dinosaur. You know what I mean? But um,
Yeah, yeah.
so I was like, it didn't really give me my fix. So I started a game that I really been wanting to try for a while. Jurassic World Evolution 2. It was offered for free on Epic Games. So basically it's similar to like it's a sim, right? It's basically like a roller coaster tycoon, a sim city. You're just basically running these dino parks. I'm still in the beginning. I played a little bit today, worked on the enclosures. It's pretty cool. It seems pretty cool so far. It's not difficult at so far. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like I know when I played Frostpunk, it was just a little too stressful because you're like, "You're killing your guys," and you're like, "You didn't survive the winter." It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, and I died or whatever." So sorry I died, But yeah, the Jurassic World one I was playing today, bro, and it told me to do something, and I could not figure out how to do it, and it was like super complicated. Like I'm like, there was no way I can see where to do it, so I just gave up. But it's still pretty fun. It's funny because they have Chris Pratt's voice, but it's not his voice. He's like, "Ah," it's like a trying a little wannabe Chris Pratt, but it's pretty cool. I really want to get into it because I don't know. I always like those park building sims. I don't know how if you're a big fan of those. Like I used to play the SeaWorld one. I used to play, obviously Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't know if you're a big fan of those games at all.
No, I mean, I think the biggest Sims game that I mean, I've played them. Don't get me wrong, but I think the biggest one I ever played when I was maybe younger was probably Sims Tapped or whatever
Tapped out.
tapped out. I think that one's like the most Sim I played, and it wasn't even like that crazy of a
No,
Sim.
yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
yeah.
personally, I have. It's just I've never been a really big fan of Sims. But that's cool. I like that. You said you were playing on the Aces, right?
No, so I'm playing on the PC. I kind of
Oh,
want to
that's
take it to
right.
my Asus, but the last time I tried something like that, I think I played Dune Spice Worlds or Spice War Wars. I said Spice World, like
Spice Girls.
the Spice Girls do their what are they song? La 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 la.
If you want
Anyway,
to be my lover,
yeah, we still love that dumb movie. Um,
same.
but yeah, I tried and I didn't really care for it. I think I need a mouse and keyboard for it, but from what
Mm-hmm.
I've played so far on Jurassic World, I think it's doable. I'll have to give it a try.
Yeah.
But so far, I think I prefer those kind of games with a mouse and keyboard.
No, I agree. I think. That's the one thing that I mean I've tried I forget what sim I tried on my Steam Deck. I think it might have been Civilization if I remember correctly, but they have trackpads on the Steam Deck. I know your Asus doesn't have that. It kind of
Mhm.
has like this, like the analog stick is sort of like the mouse cursor a little bit, which is kind of a little, a little different.
Yeah, it's not.
And so you got to get used to that. But yeah, the Steam Deck has that thing, which is really neat. So they play actually, it played well enough, but I wasn't gonna get really into it.
Yeah.
Um, but that's cool, man. I'm glad that you kind of got into these dinosaur games. Some
Yeah,
call
dude,
you. I
because I
heard
used to
they
huh?
call you a. I heard they called you a dinosaur ass. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
he's good, he's good.
I had to
Nah, dude,
do that. Good.
now you let me lose my train of thought. You got me. You got me. No, oh, because
uh,
yeah, I mean, I used to play Turok, which I thought was fun. Like, I don't know, we don't have enough dino games, I feel like. Maybe I'm just not
yeah,
looking hard enough, I don't know.
I'm
But
sure there is, but like I mean, like I think in the audio we were talking about, I was telling you about Dino Crisis, and I think that's a great game, and it's
yeah, yeah.
very reminiscent of like Resident Evil. I think it's like legit just Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. But there's some really cool moments where like the raptors jump at you, and I was telling you that, and it's really cool because it's a different sort of feeling in the horror. It kind of feels like more like they're chasing you.
I think
Um,
I messaged you, right, when they came out with the versions on, online. I said, "Oh, the Dino Crisis 1 and 2 are these I wonder if these are worth," but
I
they
think it
were
was on
like,
GOG that they brought
yeah,
them back or
they were
something
still
like
like
that.
the older
Maybe.
ones, so I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"I don't know if I wanna play that."
I mean,
That's
they're
okay.
cool, but they're definitely of their time. So I feel like, and I played those a while ago. I did it through something, but I remember trying them out and being like, this is of its time. Like there is
Of course, yeah.
you're I don't know if you're gonna have a good time. Like that's the thing
Mhm,
about recommending old games, right? To anyone,
mhm.
it's like it's of it. It's a different time in gaming, so a lot of the controllers or there's like a little jank to them and a little differences, and so you got to get used to that.
Of course, of course. But hey, let's talk about something else, shall we? Let's talk about this week's episode. We're talking music, rhythm games with Rock Band and Guitar Hero, The Legacy. We're rewinding the golden age of the plastic instruments. Did you rock the mic or did you shred the guitar? And now, Ernie, which one do you prefer? Were you a Guitar Hero guy or were you a Rock Band guy?
Well, man, it's a tough question because I enjoyed both of the games. I think Rock Band was a more band, like more of
Party game.
a party game with like everyone to play with. I mean, eventually Guitar Hero got to that point, but Rock Band was like the beginning of that. But I think I'm more of a Guitar Hero guy, and I played two, I played three, and I think three is where I really um
Shined.
yeah really got no really just dove deeper into the game, and I started to enjoy it. I think I mean we'll get into it, but like the set list for that game is amazing, and it introduced me to such a whole another genres of music at the time. I think I was like I was like 16, 17 maybe when that had come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was pretty young, so I hadn't listened to a lot of that music as a kid. But it was yeah, I think yeah, if I had to choose one, it'd probably have to be Guitar Hero. I think that was. But what about you, my friend? What did you play? I know you played both, but which
Yeah,
one
I
did
mean,
you play the
yeah,
most
definitely
of?
played both. You know what's funny? I don't remember Guitar Hero, the first one, to be honest with you, when that launched in 2005. I remember just specifically going straight to Guitar Hero 2. I don't know how, I can't
Same.
tell you, no rhyme or reason. I think I just played a demo when demos were a thing at GameStop. They had it all
Mm.
set out, and I remember playing it, and I was like, "This is awesome." And I was, kind of a guitar player when I was younger. My dad would teach me, and also a drum player. So when I played this game, he's all, "You don't want to play a real guitar?" I'm like, "Oh, this is fun though." And he's like, but these songs, but he's like, "Oh, these songs are actually good though. Like they have a good set list," which you mentioned, which we'll get into more. But like it was great because it introduced a lot of people to those older songs that might not have known it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, the classics, the oldies. Um, so yeah, I've definitely loved Guitar Hero, but also Rock Band. Just again, like you said, it just brought the community together. I mean, with Guitar Hero, if you had the second guitar, you can verse someone. But I didn't really care to do the versing. I mean, well, not to brag, but I did win a fourth place at a GameStop competition, and because we were versing each other, it was basically like a knockout
Yeah.
round thing. And obviously, people are insane on that thing. I was decent, but people are next level for sure. What'd you play on? You played on what was your
When did
difficulty spike?
Oh, mine was expert, but I think it was like a certain amount of songs. I like. Well, I couldn't do it through the fire and the flames. I couldn't do
Of
like
course, no, yeah, I couldn't do that
even
either.
like the Devil Went Down to Georgia like song that comes out in Guitar Hero 3. But it really depended. I think even like Rock Band's notes, strokes, and all that was a little like slightly different from Guitar Hero
Mhm.
for some of the songs, which is interesting. I don't know if you ever realized that, but
It didn't feel as punishing, right, for Rock Band
it
as
did
Guitar
not. I
Hero
think
kinda
Guitar
did.
Hero felt a lot more, which I think that was the point of it. I think it felt more of a like I guess the mechanics of that kind of felt like it was going to be like for a higher difficulty of like play style.
Maybe,
But don't get me
yeah.
wrong, Rock Band I think introduced at some point they introduced like I forget what it is, but you could speed up your songs to make them a little bit more difficult. Because like
Mm,
if you watch people who play like well, we'll get into this later, but like Clone Hero and those other games, they speed up their songs and they're like, dude, it's like 200%
mhm.
speed, and they're like, it's freaking insane, but
Maybe with
um,
Rock Band wasn't as punishing because they were like, "You gotta rehearse with your band, man. So you gotta
mm,
rehearse, brother." But, so
yeah,
these games were launched by Harmonix, instantly became popular, Rock Band as well. Um, it's just an explosion, this game popularity that we just don't see anymore. I mean, there's Guitar Hero at parties, that Rock Band was on college campuses, there was, like I said, competitions and all that stuff that were held. Like, it was a phenomenon, right, for a bit. Like, I think everyone was
yeah,
really into these games, and, um they were fun. I mean, it's funny because now, like, there's an old video that I would love to show you of me on the drums, my aunt singing, and my brother playing the guitar, and, like, you can hear her singing, but you can just hear my guitar I mean, the drums went like, just super loud. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that is crazy." But it's still a good time. We were having fun, you know what I mean?
no, yeah, I think that's the. I don't know if I ever told you about this. I'll little brief story, but when I got the Rock Band, oh sorry, the Guitar Hero World Tour drum set, I got the big old box with like all the instruments
Me
and
too.
everything, right?
Mhm. Except for the
And
bass, right? It didn't come with the bass.
it didn't come with the bass. No, that was like an extra thing. It was just an extra guitar basically, but um, I had set that up in my room, and we used to live in this apartment with my mother, my brother, and I had these neighbors, these like girls who I used to go, or one of the girls I used to go to high school with. And one day, dude, I was just like, I'm gonna freaking rock out, dude. With the drums, I'm gonna play. It's like 10, 11 at night, really late. Like it's time for it to go to bed. And I was like, and I had like at the time, I was like, I mean, I was always been a gamer, but I was a gamer that like invested in really nice headphones. So I had like really good at the time Turtle Beach headphones,
Yeah.
and I would turn up the volume like very like really loud. So it wouldn't bother my mother at the time. She wouldn't really say anything, or my brother, and so I would just be like, like really hard. And you have to like for those drums, it's not they're not sensitive. You have to hit them
Pretty
a
hard,
good
yeah.
like a pretty hard like a pretty hard hit for it to register that freaking note. And
Mhm.
so I was doing that, and my neighbor, dude, that girl, she's all shut the f up, and then she slammed her window. And I was like, "Oh shoot, I gotta turn this off." So I turned it off, went to bed.
That is
But yeah,
hilarious,
dude,
bro,
I never told you this story. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot
yeah.
about that."
Yeah, it's so funny, right? And it's just like 'cause I remember when I used to work at the our job we used to work at together, we would come after work, we'd come to my place and literally play actual drums and actual music till like 3 AM. Like, oh my gosh, like, and no one ever said
Yeah,
anything, which is crazy. I'm like, how did no one ever say anything about that? It
I'm
was
pretty
so
sure someone said like was like, "Ah, I mean, but we weren't like
actually no,
jamming too
he had
hard,
the sorry, we had the electronic drum set at the time,
so it wasn't
but
too
even
bad." But
still loud.
yeah, and the thing is too is like I think we got louder as we kept playing because we started to drink. So we would like the face we drink. We would say, remember every time,
Yeah, so
and then
yeah.
and then we sang a song. I actually have a video. I think of me singing "Creep," and you're playing. I think you're playing the guitar, and our buddy's playing the drums, right? Or it was vice
I think you
versa.
were singing, the song that goes, "You give me everything,
Oh, that's a
everything."
good. I have that one too. No, I have
That's
both.
cool.
We
Oh,
did
okay,
both.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's a
had
good
fun,
song.
but I mean
We did
I
have a
mean,
good time. That was
but
a
this
random like moment.
yeah, these are basically like, yeah, exactly what we're doing with these games, right? They were just such a loud thing. It's funny too. I have another story. I want a little sidebar here. So when I first started playing actual drums, I played for a while, and then my dad's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you an electronic drum set because that way you can practice at night." You know what I mean? If you really wanted to, just put the headphones on. So when
Yeah.
I did exactly your thing, but I mean, we were in an apartment, luckily, so like it wasn't as bad. But they could still hear it, right? Like my family, they didn't say anything, but like you could still hear the like it's still going, bro. It's still loud, but
And so
um,
yeah, I don't like because it's like padding. You're smacking pretty hard. Like
mhm,
I don't know, man. It's fun, man. But yeah, like you, I mean, a little side story too. I mean, because Guitar Hero was like it did revolutionize a lot of the gaming industry for those party games, and I remember like you, I wasn't a musician already. My father didn't teach me, so I was, Guitar Hero was like my introduction to like, oh, I want to play guitar. Don't get me wrong, like I've always been fascinated by an instrument,
mhm.
and so when I did get to the point when I got to college, I was able to take a guitar class, and I learned to play guitar a little bit. I don't know, man, it was so sweet. Though. I've told you this story. I feel like I'm repeating it a lot, but it's like
No,
I
please.
had I had long hair up to like, yeah, you remember this, right? Like long
Well,
hair.
you tell the listeners, they don't
Yeah,
know the
yeah.
story.
Oh, I know, but you remember, and I had long hair, and I'd wear like these what are they called, flannel shirts where it was like a green one or red
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
They're like very grunge at the time, and then some really tight jeans. And I even bought I think I told you I bought a skateboard or a longboard. I forgot what it was. I think it was a skateboard. And so what I would do is I would park my, it was me and my wife, actually the car that I'm driving now, that was my wife's at the time when she was, and then she gave it to me. But that car, we used to drive together to school at the college, and we would park, leave the car, and I was in my her. I was like, park wherever that's closest to you for your class. I'm fine. I'll take the board and I'll get there. My my class was across campus, bro. So I had the guitar and I just was gripping the guitar with one hand, backpack on, dude, with the skateboard thing and like hair in
And a
the
hand in
wind.
the pocket, huh?
Yeah, dude, exactly, dude. And I was cruising down, and there was this dude,
One
and I'm
headphone
telling you,
in
yeah, no, I
with the one
had
hanging.
I think I think I had wired headphones at the time. It was
No,
like
that's what I'm saying.
Apple's.
Like, sometimes, like,
Yeah,
people
yeah,
would have the one just hanging and the
yeah,
other
yeah,
one dangling because they
dude.
wanna hear.
And then I would there was like this hill, and I would freaking hit it hard. I would go
Bomb it,
with
yeah,
did
bomb it,
with
they
that.
say.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. And I was be holding the guitar, and I was like, oh my god, if I eat
The
shit
guitar,
right now,
what? You had
dude,
the
people are
guitar? Oh,
gonna.
because you had the class.
Cause I had the class. I had to go take it to the class. So I would get there, dude. I would get there on time, guys, with that board, and I would just park the board, and it's a good time, man. I had a great time.
Yeah, you're
Yeah, and I learned a little bit.
that's I can totally see you doing it. I just love
I wish
didn't
I
I at one
actually.
point,
Tell me.
I try to teach I taught you a note for
You
guitar. Remember,
did.
you're like,
You
"Oh, can you
did, yeah.
teach me?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, for sure." So I told you one note to practice on, and you never got back to me on
Nah, I
it.
never got back. I did because we stopped playing at some point. But I had when you were gonna teach me a little bit of guitar, I had already stopped playing guitar for a while, so I forgot everything that I kind of learned at the time because I had to for my class I had to perform in front of everyone, and I
Yeah,
had to do two like notes, like
yeah.
whatever, and I did it, and I remember being like so nervous, dude, like where I could hear myself breathing heavily, like everything kind of slow motion. I'm like.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
of
what I
course,
mean?
yeah, it's
It's
nerve-wracking.
nerve wracking. Wow,
And
Jinx,
your
you owe me
teacher's
a
like, "Ernie,
soda pop.
you're breathing a little loud," and you're like, "Slag off." And he's like, "Ernie, but I said slag off."
Flag off.
You
Then I should have
you know
told the
you know what's funny? My dad, he, like so when he taught me the guitar, like, it's funny because he's a musician. He's like, "If you're gonna learn guitar, I'm not gonna buy you no crappy $100 guitar from Toys R Us." He's like, "I'm gonna buy you the real thing." That's just how he was, which, no shame to anyone who does that. I mean, like, of course, if it doesn't work out, like, you didn't waste too much money because those guitars are expensive. But he always brings up that
Yeah.
Simpsons episode where Bart's learning the guitar, and he would always laugh because, he's playing Polly Wolly Doodle. He's like, "What are you trying to play,
Mm,
Polly Wolly Doodle?" My dad's all,
oh,
why do
Polly.
people insist on teaching you that crap?" He's all, "Learn the real stuff." So he would teach me like actual songs, and that's
Mm.
so helpful, right? Like I'm not gonna play Mary. He's like, "What are you gonna play? Mary Had a Little Lamb."
It's all Polly Wally crappy.
I mean, I get it. It's to get your timing and your rhythm down, which
Yeah.
Guitar Hero and Rock Band helped tremendously with that. If you weren't playing instruments and you did after, like this definitely helped with your timing because that's
Yeah.
super important to music. That's like always a hard thing for people when they play is like they play a little too fast, a little too slow. I mean, I had troubles with that as well. Like I remember, but this game definitely would help you, and which is awesome, right? But like most people are like, "Oh, you should be playing real guitar. Get outside." Um,
Mhm.
but dude, yeah, I mean, it's great, fantastic games, my friend. Really fun games. So I know you kind of got more into the DLC stuff, right? Like,
I
I know
did,
you said
yeah.
you got the Rock Band Beatles version, right?
Yeah, so when Guitar Hero and Rock Band were at their peak, what they started to do is release like different versions of Guitar Hero. So I mean, obviously they did Guitar Hero 3, and then there was some of the mainline ones, which was like Guitar Hero Smash Hits, World Tour. I forget what the fifth one was called, and then they started to release like ones of artists. So Guitar Hero had Aerosmith, Metallica, Van Halen, and then Rock Band in turn created like Band Hero, which is more poppy sounding songs like Taylor Swift and stuff like that. And then they
Mm-hmm.
also did Green Day and AC/DC one, and then they did the Beatles one. The Beatles one I bring up a lot because the Beatles one was probably, to be quite honest with you, the one that played the best.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't like, it's not that it played really well. It's just, I mean, all the games played pretty darn well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they put a lot of effort into it, because if you like right now on screen, if you're watching this YouTube live and you're not just listening to it, in the background you kind of see that they added like the actual Beatles in the back. So like Paul McCartney, you see Ringo, everyone, they're all in the back like performing the songs, but they're, in their rock band, look to them, which I thought was really neat. I don't know, you never got to play this one, right?
No, and I think after like I was just kind of done with the rock bands and I just stopped playing them, which is it's funny because like Beatles was like a really big inspiration from like my guitar playing and stuff as well. My dad taught me a lot of them. So it's funny that I never got it, but maybe because I could play the real thing, bro. No, I'm kidding. No, that's not
Maybe
how I
no,
thought. I
no,
didn't think
probably.
that way.
I was gonna say maybe, I don't know,
No,
but
no,
like
I would have loved to have it because I mean, I think again, I love these games and I think I just missed it and I just was kind of just over the rock band
phase at the
craze for
time, maybe.
myself. Yeah, phase. So
Yeah,
which sucks. I would love to play it. I mean, I would.
yeah. And I think I always talk about this. I mean, every chance I get when it does come up, but they had their own set of guitars too for
Yeah,
this particular rock band game. So they had Paul McCartney's
the Les Paul.
bass,
Mhm.
and then oh my god, the guitar. I forget what it was
John
called
Lennon.
right now. John Lennon's guitar, and like my oldest brother has the guitar in a box, the Wii version, dude. Beautiful thing, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Look this up whenever. Actually, I'll look it up right now. But if yeah, when you see them, like
The
they're
Rickenbacker,
so,
yeah.
yeah, the Rickenbacker, yeah. Um, uh, the freaking guitars are so well made, and like it feels like not a lot of people talk about those versions of the guitars. I like, because for the most part, people like will stick with the Gibson that came with Guitar Hero Legends of Rock or whatever the third one was, and um, sorry, I'm trying to think and right at the same time. So I like, even like I said, the Van Halen one. I had the Aerosmith one. It was just basically the Gibson. I think it was the Gibson, and it just had like the faceplate, because eventually you could start changing the faceplates of the guitars, and it
Yes, I
just had
remember that.
Aerosmith on it.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of different guitars. Yeah, I stuck with the original ones. So if you had to say like you had a song that's your favorite was your favorite or one that made you feel like a rock legend, a rock god, is there a specific song you had or
Yeah, dude. I think we talked about this before, but my wife and I, we love Metallica One. It
Mhm.
came out on Guitar Hero 3. They brought out Guitar Hero Metallica as well when they brought that out too. They had it on there, but it played a little different because they introduced what did you say, hammer on notes? I think they were
You
called.
can hammer on, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were called. Yeah, they're hammer on, and so they did that, and it was a little different. But man, that song, every time we play it, and I don't feel like I'm a god because I know how to play it really
No, yeah,
freaking
yeah.
well. But it's just one of those songs that when I do play it, I'm vibing, I'm feeling it, and it's like
Mhm.
you hit the part where it goes dan and dan and
Mhm.
then there's a part where it goes dan and then it goes down, and you have a long note, right, that you're holding
Yeah,
down, and then like you have a little whammy, not the wham, is it called the whammy bar, right?
the whammy
It's a little
bar.
metal
Mhm.
thing. You hit it, and then even in the back it goes, and
Yeah,
you're like, damn, I'm going hard right now, and
and then
I'm rocking out.
you can lift it to release that star power, and everyone goes nuts.
Exactly,
Dude,
dude.
Ernie
Yeah,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Ernie was so good, he would take it just the plastic guitar and play it like that without music, just
Yeah, yeah, in the park. Yeah, I was like those guys at the beach. Those guys at the beach that know one song, and all
yeah.
the girls are just like sitting down, like thinking that they're the best thing, dude. Yeah, yeah. I go to parks, and I play "She'll Be Married it in the summer.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Count
dude,
away
honestly,
your
I think
three.
I'm
That's
probably
so
the same. Yeah, there wasn't really a song that made me feel like God. I think the camaraderie, right, is like having people around you watching you and like doing really well and like doing like the expert version was like what made you feel like good. You just look back like, yeah, like I'm sick and like try to look away like you're trying to be cool, but like it's just
you're
so
not
dumb, right?
cool.
Like, and then sometimes I'd put it behind my back, maybe even play with my teeth,
That's good.
you know.
Did I?
Um,
Yeah, I found the
but yeah,
picture, man.
there were some great
It,
songs. But yeah, please show it.
oh man, this is really weird. Let me see. I'm gonna turn off my face a little bit real quick so you guys can see it.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
There it is. That's the guitar. Do you see him? The guitar on
I
the
don't see
bass.
him, but
Oh,
maybe the
you can't
listeners
see this
can.
on my back. Oh, lame. Oh, I think it's because I'm only showing something, but
Oh, lean.
oh, that's so lame. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But
Oofu
you guys can
lame.
see it, and that helps a lot. But yeah, dude, the freaking guitars were really cool. Maybe you just look it up on your end, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, they were just really cool. They looked more realistic than most of the other guitars, and they
Mhm.
actually felt more premium. To be quite honest with you, I'm kind of curious to see if they actually still sell these like third party sort of sellers, but I highly doubt it. They're
They
like
might,
probably
and you could
long
probably
and
check like
gone.
eBay and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
don't you have a story where you like were trying to beg your mom to get you a Guitar Hero and you just couldn't get it or something like that? Or what was the story?
Oh yeah. So I
Please
mean,
share with the.
like we stated before, we were young. We're like in our teens,
But what is also
15s.
crazy is like those bundles were only like $80 for the guitar and like the game at the time,
At the
right? So it's,
time, though, it was like a lot of money still.
oh,
Like
I know,
right,
of
like
course.
let's say you and I were working like we are now.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely we could have, but like at the time, it's like we
We
don't
were
have.
scrounging.
We're scrounging, dude. This is around time, Lex. You and I were probably selling our games back to
Of
GameStop for
course, yeah.
20 cents, which is awful to say, but hey, we're all there. But yeah, so there was a time where I would get games from my family. So I was, I would wait for like, oh, can I, like, I would beg, or can I, if I do chores, or if I do really good in school, or, whatever, could you buy me this game? And like, I think I had already bought the game, and then they announced Guitar Hero Smash Hits. I was already kind of older at the time. Not like super old, but I was older.
Yeah.
And I asked my uncle too, and they all denied me, bro. I got so mad. I was so sad, dude. And like, there was no way for me to get it. Like, it was like $55 at the time. I think it was when games started becoming a little bit more expensive. If I remember correctly. But
Mhm.
Walmart always had games like $5 less. That's why we
Mhm.
always did Walmart, right?
Mhm.
And because I wasn't able to buy the game, Guitar Hero Smash Hits at the time. I don't know if I mean I don't think I mean you probably can still do it now with YouTube, but YouTube at the time didn't really take down videos of songs. Like if you were watching if you were streaming if you were playing a game and the game was like had a song that was copywritten, it wouldn't get taken down on YouTube. It was like a
Mhm.
different time.
The golden
Now
era.
it's like
Mhm.
there's not the golden era, as they say. Now it's like not a thing as much, but like I said, I think you probably still could find it. But so I found someone, or like people, multiple like YouTube people that would like basically upload their gameplay of 100% of Guitar Hero Smash Hits. And so what I would do is I had the guitar. I'd put on my headphones. I'd put the video, and like I would watch the video, and while I was watching the video, I would play the notes like if I was playing the game. And
No, dude, that's
it
awesome,
sounds
honestly.
sad, but it's like
You
honestly it
remember what the
worked.
song was?
Oh man, no, I want to say it was do you wanna play? It goes
Guitar Hero Live?
Smash Hits it was called, but
Hmm.
I'll find it right now. I think the
No, it's
band is
fine. I
called
was just curious if
Extreme,
you
but
had it.
it was that song, and also Sweet Child O' Mine, I think, by Guns N' Roses. I think it was on there.
Yeah, of course. That's awesome, dude.
Let
I
me
love that, man. I mean, again, it still kind of gives you that feeling, right? It's like obviously you're not going to mess up because the guy's still, he's playing 100%. But dude, it's
yeah.
still great. Were you able to match the star powers too?
Nah, I never did. I was just doing no for no. Let me see. I'm looking up the set. Wow, it's a great set list too. That's what makes these games better. It's like a really solid set list, and I think this one like oh here it is. It's called "Play with Me" by Extreme. It's a glam metal. It came out in Guitar Hero Encore Rock of the '80s. It was like when Guitar Hero 2 had come out around that time. But they
Or these
redid
are
it.
just the games from the other games, right? These are the songs from other games they
Yeah, yeah, it
kind of
would bring like Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 1,
yeah, just like the best songs of them.
yeah, a little bit of everything, and then what was the song I told you I was playing? Was it Sweet Child of Mine? I don't
Play
even
with
think
me.
it's on here. No, Play With Me is the one I told you, but I was looking to see if Sweet Child of Mine was on here. I
Yeah,
don't think it is.
might have been
That
another
might
one.
have
Who
been a
knows?
different
But
one, yeah. Because I know Sweet Child of Mine is
what?
on Guitar Hero 2 for sure.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome, dude. Let's talk about the decline of the genre a little bit, right? Like it was just too many Guitar Heroes after every year. We just came out with so much DLC that it just kind of wasn't really offering anything any new except for the playlist, which I mean, which is still great because that's kind of what you want, right? But I guess people just gotta get annoyed of it, right? Like it's just the storage for these plastic guitars as well, and if you didn't take care of them right, they would break and they would start to lose their like if you again like if you go to Dave and Buster's and play those guitars, dude, they are awful. Like they are just so bad.
They're all
Um,
rusted and stuff.
yeah, and honestly, the licensing costs, I don't know, I can say that. Was also a big thing as well. And so the final major entries for these harmonic titles was Guitar Hero Live 2015 and Rock Band 4 2015, which didn't really make a strong comeback. Now, I don't have experience with Rock Band 4, but I do with Guitar Hero Live. Now, listeners, if you're not familiar with Guitar Hero 4, I guess in general, so when you're playing Guitar Heroes, not live, I'm sorry, um, the crowd will boo you if you're doing well, if you're not doing great. But it's a arcadey, cartoonish looking crowd. So for Guitar Hero Live, they actually had a real crowd with a real band, and if you messed up, they would look at you like, "You stupid idiot, you suck," and like they would just get in your face and get mad. And you're like, "Oh man!" And then if you do good, they're all, "Yeah, you're the best guitarist we've ever had." You know what I mean? It's like it was cool, but like at the same time, it was a little much. It's like I don't need this. Like I don't need anybody yelling at my face and look at me all pissed off. Like I'm like, what if I was looking at you pissed off? What if it's you? You know what I mean? Um, and like the crowd would be like, oh, like boo, like it was funny. It was an interesting little gimmick, but it didn't do well. It didn't survive. And they also changed the guitar too. It was no longer the six colored buttons in a row. It was three on top, three on bottom. You had to learn a whole new set of stuff, and it did make it a little more complicated. I don't think I could. I was able to even master. I wasn't even able to get through hard. I think because I just didn't give it enough time. I just kind of gave up on it. I think also there wasn't really like a huge set list, and it wasn't even that the best. So
That was the one where they were trying to introduce subscription services. So the big push was
that's
for you
right.
to down like you would pay an amount or Guitar Hero coin or whatever the currency was, and you would like be able to play the songs. So you basically were just renting the license for a lot of the songs. But I mean, the songs were great because it was like a lot of the newer stuff that like like King. I think it was like Kings of Leon, Black Keys, stuff like that, which was cool. But it's like again, it just it wasn't as great because the one thing that I told you before is like when you're buying these games, the set list was king, right? So like if there was a great set list, it like definitely helped a lot. And I think instead of growing with the fan base that made them big, they started to try to expand to the newer fan base of people who were playing, and it just died off like that, right? Because they started to introduce music that most people didn't really care for, right? Or wanted to give it a chance, like I said before, like the Guitar Hero like 3 and Rock Band introduced a whole generation to like a bunch of metal and a bunch of things that they probably hadn't heard at the time, right? Like Tony Hawk Pro Skater and stuff like that, right? We have an episode in the future talking about like music, but like a lot of that is very influential, and I think that was the thing. But also like new guitar and the new mechanic that you kind of spoke on, like where it's like it's more like a real guitar where it's like up and down, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it was really terrible. And like I mean, I played it, I bought it. The guitar was a lot better, to be honest with you. The quality was premium.
Yeah.
Then it got really expensive. Right now, it started to get up there in pricing at the time I
Yeah,
bought
because
it.
now there's a guitar called the Riffmaster you can purchase for, like, the Fortnite festival and Rock Band 4, but I think it's like
Yeah.
$150 maybe. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure it's gonna go down. I don't think a lot of people bought it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it somewhere. I think it at a Best Buy or something, like, just sitting there. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't check the price. I was like, "Oh, there it is." Um, I mean, that kinda just gives like, because you had the Fortnite festival, and I don't know if anyone the listeners, if you're familiar with it, uh, basically Harmonix is, teamed up or they're the same company, right? That I think they
Yeah, they
are
both
with
are
or
harmonics. Yeah.
Fortnite bought 'em or whatever, Epic, but you can do a Fortnite festival and you can play some songs, and again, with a subscription service, you can buy a lot of them. There's some standard ones as well, but it's just not the same, bro. It's just not the
Yeah.
same camaraderie how it used to be. It's like I don't want to see my little character dancing. I want to be there dancing with my friends. You know what I mean? I mean, even it was like that
Mm.
anyway. But something about it, it's just not. It's just not as the same. I don't really care for it. I tried it a little bit, but I tried it with my keyboard, which obviously that's not gonna be the same shit.
Wait,
But I
what?
didn't have a guitar to play. Maybe you let me borrow it. No, I'm kidding. Because
Oh,
I remember
because
we almost got the Rift Masters, right? We were talking about it, like, "Oh, that looks so cool," and then I was just
well,
like, "Eh."
did you not pre-order yours and you canceled it? If I
I
remember
don't know if
correctly,
I did. I think that,
I feel
yeah,
like you had it on something, and then you're like, I'm gonna get it, and then I'm like, the thing that stopped you was like you wanted to use it for PS5 and as well as PC, and I'm like,
yeah,
I think they'll work for both, but we didn't know at the time. I didn't really clarify.
yeah,
So, which I
yeah.
mean,
I was like,
obviously, the
oh yeah, because I was like, okay, I can get it for the PC, but it's like I don't want to just play on my PC. I wanted to play it, like, in the living room, and it's a party game, right? That's the whole deal. So that's kind of like what stopped me. I don't know if I ever, maybe I did reserve it. Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, I canceled. I was like, I don't
yeah,
need this. I don't need this in my
yeah,
life.
they still sell them. I saw one at Target the other day, and I was like, they look cool. Like, I definitely would want to get one, but it's like, is it gonna function with everything else? Like that's like the key. Like for the most part, if you, I mean, we'll get into like Clone Hero and other things that are kind of out there, but like for the most part, people say that the best guitar to use is the Nintendo Wii guitar controller, the one that
Mm,
has the Wii mode on it. But you just buy an adapter and you make it wired. That way, it's
mm.
there's less of a latency on there. Wired is always better. Obviously, if you have the
Yeah, of
Xbox
course.
360 Explorer, it would be better. I have one, and yeah, the latency is a little different. But I think if you do Bluetooth, but I mean, Bluetooth has gotten a lot better. But I don't know how the guitars would work with like the new Bluetooth if that helps it. I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah, I mean, we can get into the whole Clone Hero stuff. I mean, I know you have Clone Hero and RB Customs as some mod communities. I know you have a lot more experience with Clone Hero, so if you want to talk about it, please, you have the floor.
yeah, so I'm not really big into RB customs. I didn't really ever give that a try. I've only done exclusively Clone Hero because that's what I had known at the time. I don't play it now, but I think it's one of the better ones. Most people will tell you to do Clone Hero, but that's
Mhm.
all. That's only on my inner circle of things that I've seen on Reddit and stuff like that. So, Clone Hero has always been really awesome. I got one of my other buddies into it. It's basically Guitar Hero and Rock Band merge into one. You can add any song you want. A lot of people have custom songs. You can do your own custom highway, which is if you're looking at the background, if you're looking at our video on the left by Lex, this is the Rock Band, which is the rectangular, and then the Guitar Hero one to my right. Wait, how like this?
I don't know if I'm
Um,
going the right way. My
and they're circle. No, you were. Mine is
no.
not mirrored for whatever reason, but it's circular, and so it's a little different the way it looks. But you basically customize. You could customize the background. You could have other artists in the back. Like it's a whole thing. I don't really on my personal. I've never personalized it, but I did give a chance to most of the songs that I own because I still own most of my games and my guitars and stuff. It's just that there is no like. It's just like I just don't want to set up those consoles, right?
Yeah.
So I've set up in Clone Hero, so I own all these things, and I've played in it, and it works fantastic. Like if I mean, I can't tell you to go do this, but it's definitely something that does make having these games kind of come back in a way, and they're awesome. It's just really great. The only thing it doesn't have singing, which is really bad. That sucks. Like I would love for them to add an option to sing.
Mm.
I think that would like make it so much better, just because I can put whatever song I'd want. I'd be like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
yes, we can. I could
I
sing this karaoke now.
I mean, you could just do a karaoke night anyway, but without the instruments.
That's what I'm
Uh,
saying. But I want the
I
instruments.
know,
It's
I know.
there's something about like I mean the other day I told you about this. The other day, so I found my Rock Band 1 and my Rock Band 4 guitar. Bought Rock Band 4 for like $10 on PlayStation. It was on sale. Downloaded all my DLC. Downloaded the games Rock Band 3 and Rock Band 1 set list because I own them and Rock Band used to do an export thing for it.
Mm.
And I also had 2, but I don't know what the heck happened to that. I think it's on 360, not on my PlayStation. But I merged all those songs and I had a big old set list of songs and we were playing and we were singing and there was such a different feeling of it again, where it's like, oh my gosh, we're sort of back. But it was just me and my brother-in-law, my wife, and my daughter was there, and it was a lot of fun, dude. It was like, I'm like, dude, this is what I miss. It's like it's that camaraderie of like togetherness, that
Yeah.
couch co-op feeling, and I
And
think
anyone can play, right? It's not like a
exactly, it's not like there's no barrier to entry, basically.
yeah. Dude, yeah, I mean, still, I mean, these even though there's a fall, there's still an impact, right, on these casual games. We have Beat Saber, Rhythm Heaven. The games are still popular. You had speed runs, custom charts, nostalgia content to pull views on the internet. This has had a big impact, dude. And if there was would you want a reboot to see a legit reboot? And would you think it would succeed today?
I mean,
Do people
I
even
don't
want
know. I
these
mean,
games? I mean, I
obviously,
don't know. I mean, just the
I
older people.
that's the thing is like I don't know because it'd have to be marketed a certain way, and I think the problem now
TikTok
is
hero.
that is I mean, yeah, but the problem now is that we aren't in the couch co-op phase of things anymore.
Yeah, of
Everything is
course.
online. Like I know you were talking about, playing games with your friends, and you're like, "Oh, I'm playing online co-op," and it's like that sounds fun, but it's like there's something. And I know you've done this before too, but I'm just saying, like in general, it's always more fun to have someone next to you doing that stuff.
Definitely.
And I don't know if we have that togetherness right now. Like it's just people have just been choosing to want to play at home. I mean, sound off in the comments if you think I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but for the most part, I don't see that. Right, most co-op games that are couch co-op, like Split Fiction, like
Yeah.
It Takes Two, or like I think Diablo does it too. A few other games, but it's a few and far in between. But I think the PC community has a lot more. For the console, it's not that same thing.
Yeah.
Personally, maybe I'm wrong. Again, sound off. You guys let me know if you
Yeah,
guys have
we're
any
also
recommendations. I
like
love couch co-op games. Right
yeah,
there.
I mean, we're also I mean, again, you have cousins, right, that are, probably of like 14, 15 years old that aren't doing that, right? That you know of. Like they're probably just playing like Roblox or
Yeah,
Fortnite.
or my
They're-
nephews. Yeah, my nephews.
there you go, nephew. Sorry, I said your cousins.
You're good. Well, you have your cousin, right?
I know, but
When
she's
you're
but
you're
she's
little.
5. I'm just talking about like
Yeah,
someone like
but
that's more
still,
like
it's like
14, 15. Because a
true. But
5-year-old
it's
will still go play with their cousins and play actual toys.
true.
But
True.
at
That
a
is
certain
very
age,
true.
after now, it's like you get into games. It's like oh, it's a whole different story.
Yeah,
Like
it's
she's
weird.
already into her iPad and Roblox too. It's like which is crazy,
Yeah,
but still has
yeah.
toy
Like
time.
I think my nephew. I mean, right now he's on vacation. And he's just on his tablet consistently playing some Roblox games, some like farm sim. I don't even know what it is, but he tells me about it, and it sounds cool. It's like it sounds fun, and like he's always on like a chat with his friends, like his group of friends, the boys, basically.
Yeah,
And he's like on not Discord, but they do like FaceTime and they play while they do. So they
yeah,
have a camaraderie with like the online version of the aspect of it. But like soon we'll be like you're going on vacation too. I am as well, and we're all going to Tahoe, and I'm gonna be hanging out with my nephew for a little bit. And I miss the guy, right? Like we talk about it, like well, let's set up a little game day where we play or whatever. So I'm setting up like Five Nights at Freddy, a bunch of scary games that we can all play together, like the family together, right? And I think that's the fun. Like again, and he's like, look, he's asked me, he's like, we'll play that when I went to Tahoe, we'll play that in Tahoe, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm all if he's bringing it up, it's probably because he's excited about it, right? But maybe I'm
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, but
Um,
the other thing too is like, yeah, that the couch co-op stuff, yeah, definitely a big thing. But now I'm thinking too, like even when we were like in that age, we were still playing online, but we still did get together, right? And like still played other games, but like online community really boomed with like Xbox 360, and that's when like it was a
yeah,
huge deal. But I mean, it still didn't stop us from doing couch co-op stuff as well. Um, but dude, that's awesome. I mean, I love that. There's still like that. Like, hey, I want to still like let's do it. Live. Let's do it live. Um, Maybe you'll buy
yeah.
DJ
But
Hero, dude. You can play a little DJ
I know,
Hero.
right? But to answer your question, the long-winded question, because we didn't really answer the question, like what would it be like that could bring us back to this, right? And it would have to be the way they market this in a set list, right? It has to be a set list of songs that they've curated that is going to inspire the next generation. That's the thing. That's the beauty of old music, and I know you can attest to this because I know you're younger, but you're not. I mean, like all the music that your dad listened to, and like now he listens to the new stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's like it's crap, right? Like it's
He
like the
doesn't
old
really listen
man
to that
yelling
stuff.
at the sky, right? Exactly, but like she shows you Zeppelin, and it's like there's a reason that those names are so big, is because those or that music is so good. And so I think like if they introduce the next generation to that kind of music, like we were introduced to it, or at least I was. I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like the majority is right. It's like they've never listened to maybe Black Sabbath or
Yeah, you'd
freaking or Slayer or something, like stuff like that,
yeah, you'd have to pull like, more what's it called?
like
Of
deeper
like
cuts.
now,
You think?
like Imagine Dragons, like those kind of
Hmm.
bands, Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo. Like those bands would probably be the ones that would get on a reboot if there was, and like
See,
new
but
songs.
that's not like what people want. Like,
Well,
that's
that's not what we
they're,
want.
but I know that's what I'm saying. But they're catering to the wrong audience, is what I'm saying with that.
Yeah,
Because yeah, those
exactly.
songs don't, dude. I like Olivia Rodrigo. I like those. The songs are good. They're good songs, but are they like jamming good songs? Like, are you gonna feel like I do when I'm playing Metallica the one, and I'm on ding 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 ding, and I'm like feeling it? Am I look at you, you look happy and healthy? Like, am I gonna feel that as much? I highly doubt that.
Mhm.
It's a great song, but it's like we need that. That's why I'm saying. But maybe again, it's like it sounds like I'm the old man yelling at the sky, but it's like
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know. I mean,
that's
it's a tough one, but I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like it should come back? I know, like you said, we have the Epic Games version, the Fortnite Festival one,
I
but
mean, yeah, I mean, it'd be awesome, but I mean, I guess like we say this, like we want it, right? But like, are we even gonna maybe play it? I don't know. Maybe we will. I mean, like I said, like I was really into getting that Riftmaster thing, but then I thought about it, I'm like, oh, it's like kind of really doesn't work, right? Because I don't really have anything that I need for it, or would like to be comfortable. So I don't know, man. It's a lot. I would love to see these games back. I would love for a resurgence, definitely. Um, Maybe they just make a classic, another like greatest hits, kind of vibe one that we got, and they can make a new one. They can stick to the Fortnite ones for the Forters. But even on Fortnite, they still have like some pretty decent songs but you have to buy them, sadly.
yeah, that's I think I feel like depending on how I think Activision still owns the rights, if I'm not mistaken, but Harmonix is owned by Epic Games now. That's why they're doing the Fortnite festivals,
No,
if I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
mistaken, right? So I don't know if we'll get that, but I mean, if they end up leaning into it and they do some sort of partnership and Guitar Hero does come back, I think they definitely need to just remaster Guitar Hero 3 and probably add a like make a smash hits version of that where it's like they're adding all the greats, and I think like from there they can be like, hey, you have all these other DLC songs or a subscription service, which is terrible to say, but they're gonna do something like that because they want to
No, of
make
course,
money.
yeah.
And so like I think that would work really well, and probably also I would say do some sort of licensing agreement where you're able to stream it, where you're able to use the music on YouTube, because I think that's the big falling out point. That's what that was like such a cool thing during also like Call of Duty, right? It was like these licensed songs that were used on montages that made like it was like Kid Cudi Day and Night, and it was like people 360 no scoping, and it was like
Mhm,
at nine, it was like
mhm.
and it was like that was what made that look so much cooler.
Yeah,
And now
no,
like
it
we don't
does.
have that as often. Even like I don't know if you ever get this, but when you're watching like I don't know your favorite streamer and they're watching like a showcase, I don't know if you ever do that, or they're talking about a showcase, like they're like no licensed music, and they turn it down because it's like they're gonna get flagged, and it's like
Yeah, exactly.
that's what we need. It's like we need to be able to like do something that's like you're gonna be able to and I get it, everyone wants to make money, but there's got to be some sort of deal because there's got to be a way for people to like be like, okay, if you're gonna stream this song, whatever you make from that video, we will get some of it maybe because we do need to make that money, right? I know it's your content, but I know that sounds scummy as well already because it's not your work, but
Yeah,
still,
scummy
right?
Joe.
There's gotta
Mhm.
it's gonna be a thing. But I mean, I digress. I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a Googler, AdSense guy. I mean, you guys can probably think of better stuff than I can.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. So, yeah, dude, Rock Band, Guitar Hero Ages, love these games. They're fantastic. I don't have much more to say on it, Ernie. Do you have anything else you wanna add to this wonderful topic?
no, I think we'll end it here. So, friends of the channel, thank you again for tuning in every week when we drop an episode. We appreciate it and we appreciate you. Please follow us on or subscribe to us on YouTube. Checkpoint reached. And also give us a like, give us a comment. Help us with the algorithm a little bit here. Let us know what was your favorite song on a set list for Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Were you a rock bander or a guitar hero? I don't know. You let me know. Sound off in those comments. We don't know. Were you a drummer? Were you a singer? Were you a keyboardist? Do you remember at some point they added the keyboard, right?
Yes,
I think
yeah,
it was
dude,
on Guitar
freaking
Hero,
awesome.
or no, it was Rock Band. I think. No, not Guitar Hero. I don't remember. Sound off. Maybe I don't even know. You tell me, guys. But yeah, sound off on those comments. Also, please follow us on Instagram at checkpoint_reach. there I and Lex will be there to handle any inquiry you might have. Usually we just post what episode we're gonna post, but we'll be there if you want to talk to us. I don't know. Maybe you want to talk about Lex's little face, his little headphones. I don't know. You tell him. You like his background. Maybe you like my background that is not real. Who knows? Sound off. Lex,
Yeah, dude.
please.
No, yeah, of course. Thank you all. Everything Ernie said. And shout out to user Caesar over here, dude. He's always commenting on these episodes.
Yeah, we
He's adding
appreciate
some
that,
great
Caesar.
stuff on there. It's every episode almost. He's always throwing something in there. So thank you, Caesar, for friend of the channel,
Friend
for
of the
for
channel,
doing
dude.
that for us. We love to hear it. We love to see it. We do. We try to respond to every comment as we can. And if there's something really big to talk about and you want to mention, we'll bring it up as well. But yeah, dude, let us know your favorite songs you used to play on Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Thank you all so much. We'll tune in next week. Check what reached.
Goodbye.